Hi, if you are made to this point, it means that you are determined to use Neo4j or understand it very well. We have been able to create tables in different ways and in different formats. Now, I want to see how to create relationship between nodes. What do I mean by relationship? You have a node here, for instance, another node in a graph. They are just nodes. They are not talking to each other. They are living independently. No connection between the two nodes. Relationship is to tell the system more what is going on between this node, for instance, A and node B. Each node is a noun. Like here, Percy is a noun. Employee is a noun. This one, for instance, product is a noun. Nodes are noun. Nodes are what? Noun. The relationship that exists between two nodes is what? It's a verb. Action word. Such as, if this is a person node, for instance, and this is a person node, you can say person A follows person B in Instagram or in Twitter. So put here now, follows. Best use what? Capital letter. So node A follows what? Node B. That is person A follow what? Person B. This follows is a what? A verb. Why this word is a noun? The property of this person or this person, for instance, such as name, assume his name is Anthony. This is what? An adjective qualifying the noun person. An adjective qualifying the noun person. Assume the phone number of this guy too is 0145678. That is another adjective qualifying what? The noun. Also, this relationship, which is follow, which is a verb, sometimes can also have what? An adjective, such as what type of what? Verb is this? This are two nodes, for instance. It could be that this is a customer who bought a product. Customer is a noun. Product is a noun. That is what? A node. Bought is a verb. Something that can qualify this verb now, for instance, is when did he buy the product? For instance, we can say what? He bought it, date of purchase, let's say 22nd of March 2020. For instance, this now is an adverb qualifying the noun bought. You can say, okay, when has he been following this guy? Whatever you put here now is an adverb qualifying the follow. So, have you understand that nodes are now, their properties are the what? Adjective. Why the relationship that exists between nodes are verbs. Why whatever that qualifies, that tell us more, which is the property of the verb, is an adverb. Now let's continue to the next step. If you want to express this a node, this relationship, a customer who bought a product, bought a product. What if it's like this? This is a person. This is a person. This guy follow this guy, and also this one follow this guy. Follow both way. Follow both way. You can say follows or follow whatever. Okay, let's just say follow. What can we also have? We can also have something like this. This is a product, for instance. This is a person, or let's say customer. There's another customer here. This customer bought this product. Let me use capital letter. This customer also bought this product. Bought and bought. How do you represent this type of relationship in queries? That is in Cypher. That is what we want to look at now. Remember, one is what? One way. This one is what? Like both way traffic. And this one is buying. This one is buying. Okay. Coming to one node. Let's start with this one. The first thing you should know, this line we drew here is represented like this in Cypher. This line is represented what? Like this. Meaning, customer, whatever, to product. This line. What if you want to include the bot in the what? In this means customer. This will be inside here now. Bot. Remember this bot now, just the way you say this customer is, as I know this customer is a now, but we also, if we want to assign this using the query or the Cypher, we have to use this one what as a label for this node. This is a label for this node. Also, this bot is also a label. I know I'm saying many things now. Noun, verb, adverb, adjective, whatever. But remember, when we are creating our nodes, we agree that whatever that is here, we are using to express this one, to describe this node is what? Is a label. The same thing, relationship, this one too, though it's a verb, it's also the label for the relationship. But, so if you want to express relationship like this, remember for node, we use this one, curve bracket. We use curve bracket. For relationship, we use what? Square bracket, like this. Square bracket. You have to give a space here now. This one comes before it. Then you follow by this one. Then you put the arrow. Then to product. We are not there yet. We are building something. Then you put here now bot. But remember, it's what? It's a label. You have to put 2 dots here because it's a label. Okay? Okay? If there's any question, just comment below. I will answer you. Okay? Let's continue now. So now we agree that a node is this. Why? Relationship is this. Then if it's an action word from here to here, we say what? Then we still include what? The square bracket here. Okay? What if it's like this? The follow we use, the follow. A follow B, B follow A. Of course, in your account, you follow a friend follows you. Sometimes if somebody is not following you, you stop what? Following the person, you follow the person. Because you are angry, because you have been following this guy for about a year, and he's not following you. What are you going to do? Say, okay, I'll be telling you to follow me. You are not ready to follow me. You all follow, right? Good. So this A now decides to follow B. B decides to what? To follow A. They are friends. If you want to express this now between A and B, you have to do something like this. First of all, let's look at what we do. Like this. Like this. You have to do something like this. That means these two relationships, when it is towards this side, you put this like this. If it is towards this side, you put like this. But if it is both way, you put the arrow on both sides. Or you just simply say A to B. A to B. Okay? Without putting the arrow, the system understands that either you put the two arrow or just remove both. When it sees something like this, you are still referring to what? Both way. Or when it sees something like this, you also believe that what you are referring to what? Both way. Hope it's understood. Let's continue. Let's look at these things I drew. We have a company graph here before us. The admin has gone ahead to create all the nodes, assign them labels, and also assign them what? Some properties. Like this is a person node, this is a person node. Not only a person node, it's also employee node. So remember that a node can have 2 labels, 3 labels, 4 labels. Like you are, for instance, an African, for instance, but you have a country, maybe you are from Ghana or from Nigeria, or you are a North American, but you are also what? United States of America person. That's your node. We have what? 2 labels. Good. This person too is a person, and a person that is what? A customer. This is a product. This is what? A customer. Just like that. Want to build a relationship now. You have gone ahead to create this, all this node. Remember, if you want to create an empty node, what you do is just say create. Just say end. You have created a node. Continue doing like this. So many nodes that means nothing in the system. But this guy did not do anything like that. What he did was that he went to the system and did something like this. He said create. What did he create? He said, I'm not just creating a node N, for instance. For this one, I give it Percy. I also give what? Employee. Having done that, he went ahead and give what? The property like name. He assigned what? And Joe's. Then he also put the email, comma, whatever. You know, just go to the topic of what? Node creation. We have it. Just go up. I will find that video on how to create node in different dimensions. So now you want to assign relationship. How do you assign the relationship between, for instance, this is a customer who bought what? Rice from your company. Okay, let's look at it. Say what? Robot Ken bought rice. Bought. How do you generate this relationship with Cypher in your database? All you have to do is doing it step by step, assuming that the system is stupid or it doesn't know anything. The first thing you are going to do is say match. What am I matching as a system? Match this guy. Remember, it's what? It's a node. That's why I put this. What is this node? You can use the Percy or customer as a label. I say what? Is a Percy node. Okay, no problem. Then this guy, which is what? Product node. Remember, this is the label to show that what I want to pick the label. The label is what you use to describe the node. That's why I'm using this, because this is signed for label. Okay, this label product label what? Percy. But if you leave it like this, what's going to happen is that the system will match every node that is what? That is registered with what? Percy, which is this, even this, and this. They are all Percy node, okay? The product, this is a product, this is a product, this is a product. They will all be captured. But there's a way to tell the system that I am referring to this one that is what? Robot Ken, and this one is what? Rice. That's why you know what you have to filter it now. You have to now filter. How do you filter? So where what? On this line is speaking all the nodes that are Percy and nodes that are product. For us to call it here now, we have to put something here now, reference. I left a space here so that I will explain it better. The reason why we always put this reference, whatever you want to put here. I should have put A here and also put B here. Why? Because if I want to refer to the specificity, I need to call this one. This A9 is representing all the nodes that what? That are pasted, all these ones. That's what it's saying, okay? But if you want to know, okay, is the node that has this, A.name equal to what? That is what now, we are not streamlining it now. We are now filtering it now. Saying A.name is who? Robot Ken. And B.name is equals to Rice. See? So the reason why we put this reference now is for us to be able to call this line here. Here, what you did is you pick all the person nodes, you drop it for A to hold, okay? Here, you pick all the product nodes and gave it to B to hold. Here, you know, okay, among the A you are holding, Mr. A, give me the one that is what? Robot Ken. Here, among the product you are holding, give me the one with name Rice. See? 2 now. We have streamlined to this one. The next place now, the next thing is to create it now. So create the relationship. How are you going to create the relationship? To create the relationship between who? Between this guy and this guy. So create between A and B. Listen very well. You are asking yourself, why A? Remember here, A represents all the nodes that are Percy. Why B here on this line represent all the nodes that are what? Products. But here, A on this line is different from the A on this line. A on this line now has been streamlined because at this point now, it has dropped every other nodes, left with what? Robot Kent node and what? The Rice node. So definitely, if I'm calling here now, it's only this one I'm calling, not this one. Because I can't jump from here to here. I'm calling the one that is remaining in his hand here. That's why I say A here. That means I'm not referring to this one now. A here is all the persist node. Why? B here is what? All the product node. But when you get to this line now, you have the what? Streamline. So I can easily say, if I say create A, I'm referring to one now, which is this guy on this line. So this line refers to this line. This one refers to this line. Okay? I will say that. Let's continue. To create relationship, remember I told you is I feel like this from here to this place. Then you put it what? In square bracket. Remember this bot now is a label for this relationship. Just the way person is a label, customer is a label. You can have many labels for relationship. You can have 4 labels, 5 labels, 1 label. It depends the way you want to describe it. For now, we just put bot between the two. Create A. Who bought this? Okay, that is label. Remember, label is this bot, capital letter. Finish, right? Okay. Now I want to also see this place. What is going on? What type of relationship is this? I want to say type who. Remember this line, I need to refer to this one. Cannot refer here, cannot refer here. You need to refer here straight. That is why here too, I must also what? Give a reference point, which is arrow, meaning arrow is helping me to hold the relationship. Then I cannot call the arrow here now, but say, oh, give me what is type arrow. If you now give me what is what type arrow. Or I can simply say what? Return for me A and B, meaning when I say A and B, will give me what? Full node picture. Another one, full node. And will show me what? The relationship, the connection between the two. But if I say, okay, return for me, for instance, a.name. It will give me this. It will give me the result in the form of a test. It will give me the result in form of test, which is what? Robot Ken. Now, what if I want to tell more about bought? When was this product bought? For instance, that is what? The adverb that is qualified this adjective bought. That is what? The property of the bought. So remember, anytime you want to call property, you use what? The curly brackets. What am I talking about? I want the date of the purchase. Okay, I said the date is 24th May 2020. Then I close this, okay? See now? There I cannot return like what? R dot date. To know the date, I can do it here. I can still do type R to give me the answer. Or I simply neglect this line, simply say what? Return. I want to see the picture, A and B. So that I can see what is going on what? Between in pictorial form. So now let's look at this and see what happened. Let's click. So this is the result. And the date they bought it, if I click this one now, if I click the bought, it's showing me that what? It was bought 24th May 2020. It's like I have even gone too far, okay? You can just do a simple relationship without even going far like this by remove this guy, remove this guy. Simply say what? A bought B. A bought B. This one is okay. Simply return to see your result, A and B. What we have done, we only pick the label, which is this, in the simple relationship of this, which is this guy, Robot Ken here, bought this product. I've already gone ahead and created 2 nodes for this exercise. Match, we filter it here, then filter it to this, we create a relationship, then we return. See, it works. Very simple connection. The Percy robot bought rice. Assume, for instance, you wanted to do something like this. Assume it's something like this. A. Let me remove it one. I want to write B before A. Okay? You can do something like this now. You can do something like this, like put B here, put A here. But this one need to move to this place. You see? You can move B here and put A here. That means still A bought B, or B is bought by A. Still the same. So when you get to this stage, you can do so many things, so many variations. Let's look at the first variation. The first variation you can easily do is create A that is related to B by bought. You are correct. You can also create A bought you see, put reference here. Why this reference? Because you might need it here. Maybe order this place, order this first instance. I don't need the reference. I can say return A, B. Here I have to say return, for instance, A, B, or I say, okay, type R. Type R. I mean, I want to still talk about the but. Then I can put R here. So R will help me what? To reference to what? To this relationship. Okay, let's look at this simple relationship of employee. We're going to use one employee. It's a person and it's also an employee of the company. He works in this department of what? R&D. And his position in this company, it has two positions. It works as what? The head of department, okay? And it's also what? A programmer. Okay? This is the position of this guy who works in this department. If you want to show this with Cypher, how will you generate the relationship? Simply say match we first of all capture all the person nodes, capture all department nodes. Here we streamline it to say, okay, I want all the one you hold here, all the person you hold, P, all the people you are holding in your hand. Help me fish for the particular person called Peter. Drop every other one. He picked Peter. Here he picks what? He picks R&D. Here this P is referring to the Peter, and this D is referring to what? R&D. So Peter works in this department. This is okay. We can just simply return. What do you return? P and D. And if you return this now, you have a simple graph like this showing you that it's what worked in, where here you see Peter, here you see R&D. Okay, let's check what we have in the database. Okay, we have 7 nodes. These are the departmental node, which is this. Then we also have this as the person node, which is this 3. So I've already created it before. Just copy and paste, just as we have seen on the board. Let's drop it now. See, this is the result. That Peter worked in this department. So let's also see again all the nodes and let's see what is going on. You see now, it's only Peter here that is linked to R&D, while every other one is what? Still dangling in the database. Only Peter was what? Linked to R&D. What if I want to indicate the position of this guy here in the system? You have to now set it now, because here you have already shown you have to set it now, because we need this now as a reference to refer to this one, because we want to describe work in at this, like this one now becomes what? The adverb of this verb works in. Okay, you have to now put a reference here. You have to refer to this one by say set. What are you setting? I am setting R, which is this works in. This one is representing the relationship now. R dot position. R dot position. What are the positions? The position are, okay, first head of department. Can use single or double quote, and also as a programmer. The word you need to return now to see your result, P and D. Then this one is broader. This one is helping you to expatiate on this line. Okay, now let's check what is in the database for now. Okay, this guy is connected. So let's first of all remove it from it. Let's disconnect this relationship first. Then we put arrow here and delete the relationship. See, it's deleted. Now let's check again what is going on there. So nothing is going on here now. At this time, we need to still connect Peter to arrow at D. Then we set the property. How do you do that? Then we set it now as arrow dot position is equal to this. That is head and as what? Programmer. That is all. Then we can return the relationship like return both P, D, or let's also say arrow and D, for instance. Let us not just return, let's just do it first before we start seeing the result. Okay, it has done it for us. Now let's see the relationship now by say what? Let's see everything. So it has told us now that what? This guy, Peter, is connected to this. And when you click this work thing, it's showing us what? Head and programmer. Now, if you want to return only the relationship, you have to match everything by say P. Let's return this and see what is going on. See, head of department and what as a programmer. Okay, you can also put P here and you put what? D here too. Still giving it to you the way you want to see only this one now. Okay, with the relationship given to you, head of department and programmer. Because there's another way to include them without coming to set. How? Because what? They are what? Properties. How do you do that? You simply, instead of using set, you simply what? Open this place up. You see? Position. Position. Then this is it okay? You put what? Square bracket, then you close it here. The question that will be going on in your mind now, why square bracket? Why square bracket? Because all this while when we have something, we simply say for like position, we put head, right? Head, we are okay. But this is more than one. This is more than one. So because it's more than one, you have to now use what? The assistance of square bracket to say what? Head and programmer. Okay, once we have done this, is the same way we did where we say set arrow dot what? Position. Then we do whatever. Now we are doing everything at the same line now. Immediately you have done this, what do? You still return. What are you returning? Still return P and oh sorry, there's something we are missing here. See, we are missing something. We have not included this, meaning this coming here as what? What are we referring to? D. Okay, P and D. Okay, you return again, you match, you filter, you create the relationship between P and D, then you return. Okay, now let's see what we have in the system again. Match N to N. Let's disconnect Peter by same match. One is deleted now. Let's still check first. So yeah, everything is out. No connection to anybody. They are out independent. Now let's do the final thing now by what? Look at what I just did to avoid wasting our time in typing. See? Then from here now, we did this. Okay, then let's drop it. Correct. So same, both methods are right. Both the one where you use set instead of putting it here, you remove it as you set, or you put it the same line. They are both what? The same. What if you want to do what? Relationship among 3 nodes. That is to say, how do you do this? Same process. Even though it's 100, whatever, same process. We can have another one here too. Same process. But let's just limit it here. How do you do this? First, you match. Match. What are you matching? You match this node. What is this node? Let's give it a name like, let's say Anne. And this person that is driving it is called, let's say Andrew. Okay? Match. When we match, the next thing, what are you going to do? You now filter. Where? Who are who? This first group, A dot name is equals to Anne. What do you do? And you can put it here like and here and here. You can continue here. Okay, let's just come down. And C dot name equals to this Toyota. And D dot name equals to what? Andrew. Okay? We are okay now. Then, what is the relationship? Create this guy, which is A. What does he do? He bought a car. C. What is this guy doing? This guy drives the car. So let's put it somewhere here. Drives the car. Drives the car as who? Drives the car. Okay, as D. Okay, see? Create A who bought the car, and D, which is this, who drives what? The car. Then you can now return A, C, and D. Very simple. Let's delete everything in the system. So we have deleted. Let's check if it still exists. Not is there. Okay. Now let's create these nodes. 3 nodes are created. Let's match them as C. Okay, 3 nodes were created. Toyota, Percy. Okay. Now we know the name. One is Andrew, one is Anne, one is Toyota. So let's build the relationship as we have seen that Anne bought this and this guy is driving this, so we need to connect them. As you see on the board, this was the tool we used. So match all the 3. Then we are specific about who we are talking about here. Then we created a relationship by doing this. Then we return this. Let's see exactly. You see this Anne, this Andrew drives this Toyota, while Anne bought the Toyota. Another thing you can still do is, before you even create a relationship, you test if it exists. Does this relationship exist before you create it? Why? Because there are sometimes you have more than 1,000 nodes, 1,000,000 nodes, 1,000,000,000 nodes. And there are sometimes you have more than 1,000,000 relationship, like Facebook. They have billions of what relationship among the users. That is to say, and not exists. Also use small letter. this whole thing. You drop it. Not exist. That is A. 2. But. To C. Driver. Drives. D. This one you can see do. Even for the 2 nodes, you check before you even create it. You check first if it exists or not. You can apply this to 2 nodes, 3 nodes, or any number of nodes. Before you create the relationship, check if this exists or not. Okay, now this relationship exists. Assume you don't know what you have, or you have millions of relationship among your users. This was what we used to create the first relationship, right? This was what we use to create the relationship between Andrew, Car, and Anne. If you want to test now, assume we are not aware that the relationship is already created, all we need to do is to test it before putting it. We say and not exist. We just simply what? Copy everything here. Then we paste here. Let's try it now. It's a no connection. Why? Because it exists. Let's do it without what? Checking. You see? You did not check. It has double it for you. Before it was single. Now it is double because you didn't check. That's why sometimes it's good you check before what? You input your query. Another way you can do this is, instead of those long process we went through, you can use one line to what? To do everything. That is what? Creating what? The full parts. And returning what? The full part. How do you do that? Simply say what? Create. What are you creating? The part. You can call the part P-A-T-H-M-N-Q, whatever, even your name. Okay, let's just say part. This part I'm creating, say what is equal to. This is the only thing you have not seen since we started this class. This one. Create part equals to. Then remember that before now, we first of all match. After matching, then we filter with where. After that, then we create. Now I want to use one stone to kick to bed this line. How? This is the node we are looking at. So we have to be very specific from beginning because we don't have where again to use. We don't have match to use. Go straight to the point. Don't need to first of all say match where before you set. No, or create, set, whatever. No. Go straight to the point. I want this node N for this node. What is a property? Name equals to N. I close it. I close this. Is what? Going what? Bought. And bought. What did he buy? A car, which is called what? Toyota. Come here. Name. Toyota. Then I close this. Then I close this. Then we come to this guy. Andrew. Andrew is doing what? He drives the car, okay? We come here now. Okay. Andrew drives the car. So we put Ivy here. We're supposed to here now. This side, we're supposed to put what? a node, which is, you see, once you've done this now, all you need to do is to return path. If you have put M here now or K, simply say return K. The first thing we need to check now is to see if there is any node or relationship in our database. There is none. So now let's try to create a path now, full path. You see what I've done here? The same thing I did on the board. I use Anne bought a car. The car is being driven by what? Andrew. Then I return the path. Let's see what happened. You see? This is Andrew drives the car, Toyota. Then Anne bought this very car. But you see that there's no label because what we created, we used to create it. There was no label. We just use the property to what? To do everything. Now let's create one with label and see how it goes. This time I include label, Percy label, car label, Percy label. Let's see what happened to by creating this path. They will return the path. Okay, see, now there's label now because I asked for label. Here there was no label, everything's gray. Here there's label, this Percy label, which is pink. The same thing, but the difference that well, this one has label, the other one does not have label. That means you can still create a path directly with both label property. As far as you want to go, you can go with what? Neo4j.